A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to your English 1 class. In this class, we will be reading the chapter number 5, that is verbs and modals. So, modals are verbs used to express the mood or attitude of the speaker. They are also called modal auxiliaries. So, who's the speaker? Whom he was speaking to? All this actually depend on this using the proper modal auxiliary. So here modals are used to give advice, seek or give permission, make suggestions, make polite request, give invitation, etc. The most commonly used modals are can, will, must, could, would, ought to, may, shall, need, might, should, dare. So asking for giving permission, we can use may, can and could. But where can we use that? Let us learn. So suppose Priti is saying, Mama, I am awfully hungry. Can I get this butter toast, Mother? Why not? You can eat all of them if you like. Now Vinay, to his neighbor, he is saying, could I use your phone please? Mr. Bhushan, yes, you are welcome. Ritu, to a teacher, may I go to medical room, ma'am? I am feeling giddy. Teacher, yes, please do. So now let us read here the examples given in the box. Can is used in an informal way. May is strictly formal and could very polite. So when you are talking to your close by relatives and your friends or your parents, you can use can. This is very much informal. But when you are talking to your neighbor or someone with whom you may not be that much formal, but yes, you are likely to be a bit polite on your part, there you can use could. And may is strictly used for formal usage. For example, you are talking to a teacher, you are talking to your administrative department, your authority, you have to use may. Now asking for things, can, could, may, will. So can I have those pillow covers please? Could you pass on the salt please? May is also possible but being very formal, as I already discussed, and we can use will if we also like. Will you pass on the salt please? Now let us do exercise 1 together. Head boy to the sports in charge, sir, may I be excused from attending tomorrow's meeting? Child to his mother, I don't want to eat this porridge. Can I have some aloo parathas instead? Ronnie, talking to a friend who has an album in her hand. These pictures seem to be very beautiful. Could I have a look at them? A car driver to a stranger, could you please tell me the way to the hospital? Typist talking to her boss on intercom, I have typed all the letters, sir. May I bring them in for your signatures? Father to his son, can you give me the details of this class excursion? Now possibility, ability, can, could, be able to. Now we can say we can use can to say that something is possible or somebody has the ability to do something. He can easily stand on his head. A computer can make this lengthy calculations in 10 seconds. Can has only two forms. One is present and could in the past. So she can do this exercise in 5 minutes, that is in present. She could do this exercise in 5 minutes, that is in past. Now be able to. be able to, in the perfect and future tense, we have to use be able to. Suppose, see, the engineers haven't been able to locate the fault. Either it is in perfect tense or in future tense. We will not be able to help you this time. This is future and the previous one was perfect. Now can, could, be able to. Can and could both actually show possibility, ability, capacity to do something in the present and past. But be able to shows possibility and ability at all the times. Now see exercise to discuss with your partner which of the following activities are possible and make sentences using can or can't. That is given for oral practice that we will do in the live class. Now let us finish exercise 3. Complete these sentences using can or be able to. Use can if possible, otherwise be able to. So let us do. What she says can be true, but I do not really think so. I haven't been able to revise the whole of my syllabus. I don't think I'll be able to attend your sister's wedding. Ring up Alok, he might be able to help you. Only your father can help you in this situation. However hard I try, there is nothing I can do to get out of this mess. The light is dim, but I can read the book. Could was able to. See, could suggests general ability or permission to do something. Was able to suggest ability in a particular situation. When my father was young, he could easily lift 200 kg weight. That is general ability, right? My father was able to lift the heavy box and carry it upstairs. Now here we are talking about a certain point of time when my father was able to do this. Means ability in a particular situation. We could buy tickets in advance. That is general ability. There was a mad rush for movie, but we were able to buy tickets in advance. That is talking about a particular situation. Could, as I told you, shows general ability or permission to do something, and was able to is ability in a particular situation. Now, let us do exercise 5. Complete the sentences using could, couldn't and be able to. Okay. So, I went to every drugstore but I couldn't get the medicine. Despite the short notice given to her, she was not able to finish the work on time. I didn't have the complete address, so I was not able to locate the house. Although the river was flooded, I could swim to the other bank. The whole place was full of mosquitoes. I couldn't sleep at all. I could meet him personally, but I couldn't contact him on the phone. One could walk down to market or take a rickshaw to go to there. Fill in the blanks with can, can't, could and couldn't and one of these verbs. I'm afraid I can't wait any longer. I'm quite late. It was so foggy that we couldn't drive very fast. We were glad to inform you that we can supply all the books you need. It was a cloudy day, so I couldn't check any photographs. We regret to say that we can't accept these damaged goods. Even though her family is not well off, she can lead quite a happy life. Now see, exercise number 7, give suggestions in reply to this. That is given for again oral practice that we will do in the live class. Could have. Could refers to the present. Could have refers to some moment in the past. I am hungry. I could eat dozens of chapatis. Okay, that is, we are talking about a situation that is happening now. I am hungry. I could have eaten dozens of chapatis at some point in the past. So, we often use could have to talk about things which were possible but didn't happen. He slipped so badly on a banana skin that he could have hurt himself, but he didn't. So let us complete exercise 8. Why didn't you participate? You could have participated the tournament. I am feeling so tired. I could fall asleep any moment. My uncle gave me a lift in his car, or I could have become late for school. I am feeling so thirsty. I could do anything for a glass of water. Did you watch the Indian Idol last evening? No, I couldn't have watched, but I decided not to. I had to prepare for a test. Now, possibility, may, might, could. May and might are used to suggest possibility, but might suggest lesser possibility than may. Could is also possible in this sentence. But again, could suggest lesser possibility than can. Okay, so a number exercise is given for oral practice, that is to be done in the live class. Number 10 also says the same. Okay, so let us read I, what is given. Necessity, compulsion. So must, have to, have got to, had got to. Okay, so here we must and have to say that it is necessary to do something. So sometimes we can say either of them. So we must put in real hard work if you want to do well. You have to put in real hard work if you want to do it well. So here there is a difference. What is the difference? You must see this movie from the very beginning. Means I want you to do that. And you have to reach the office by 9 a.m. This is a rule. So here we need to know something must is used when the speaker insists something to be done, and have to, had to, these are used when you have external compulsion. Okay, and have got to and had got to, this can be replaced with have to. Both actually suggest the same meaning. So exercise 11. Complete the sentences with must, have to, had to. Okay. And sometimes it is also possible to use either must or have to. Okay, let us do this. Checks for school fees have to be deposited in the bank. Why have to? Because this is a rule. The players must take their physical fitness very seriously. Here you can use must or have to. If you are suggesting something personally, then you can use must, or have to you can use as there is a rule for that. You must come and meet me when you visit Delhi next. You must try this pastries. They look so yummy. We cannot hold the show in the heavy rain. We had to cancel it. I missed the last bus to Delhi. I have got to spend another night at the hotel. You must always wash your hands before taking your meals. Must not, don't have to. You must not tip. You mustn't tip the attendant. It is necessary that you don't tip the attendant. You don't have to tip the attendant. There is no need to tip the attendant, but if you want, you can do so. So according to this, we have to complete exercise 12. You don't have to be always rich if you want to help others. It's no parking zone. We must not park our car here. On Saturdays, children don't have to come to school in uniform. I'll return his books tomorrow. He doesn't have to remind me. We don't have to pay the bill only in cash. We can pay by check also. He doesn't have to get his father's permission for everything he does. Complete the sentences using don't, doesn't, didn't, have to and one of these verbs. Okay. So the first one is done for us. Let us start from from 1. The school offers free hostel facilities to the toppers, so I don't have to pay anything for boarding and lodging. His father has a flourishing business. He doesn't have to look for a job. Your schools are closed for summer holidays, so we don't have to wake up early. Vivek soon became conscious. We didn't have to take him to the hospital. We had plenty of time to walk to the theatre. We didn't have to hire a cab. Okay. Now suggestion, advice, duty, should, ought to. When should is used and when ought to is used, let us decide. Let us see the example here. We use should to make a suggestion or give advice. Okay, for example, you should do something. You don't look well. You should see your doctor. Then should is also used as strong as must or have to. Look at these examples below. You should wear a helmet while driving a motorcycle. Now see, here should suggest something right thing to do. You must wear a helmet while driving the motorbike. This is necessary. So advise you to do. You have to wear a helmet while driving a motorbike. So this is the law. So you have understood the differences. First, should is used because it is something right to follow. Must is used because this is necessity. So it is advisable to follow. And have to when there is a law. There is no other way out except following this law. So according to that, yes, we are given again exercise 15. So let us solve this. The first one is done for us. It was wrong to take decision yourself. You should have reported the matter to the principal. Let us begin from number 1. Ours was a much better plan, much better team. We should have won the match. Why did you wait so long? You should have called the police immediately. Why did you drink tap water? You should have boiled it before drinking it. It was a serious problem. The principal should have called a meeting to discuss it. The field umpire should have consulted the third umpire before giving the verdict. Okay. Now ought to. Ought to conveys the same as should, but it carries a sense of moral, sense of moral duty as well. So should shows suggestion, advice. Must when the speaker insists something is done. Ought to moral obligation to do something. Should have something that is right to do but wasn't done. Right. Now promise, will, shall. Will and shall are used to suggest promise or some kind of assurance. Will with I and we and shall with other subjects carry the force of a promise. We will come to your birthday party. This is a promise. I shall get here all the comforts of a home. This is assurance. So one shows your promise, another shows your assurance. Right. So can, could, as I told you, commonly used to make request, and could and would more polite than can and will. So here are some rude commands. Use can, could, will to make them polite. So this is given for oral practice that we can very well do in our live class. Now here let us read must not and ought not to. What is the difference? You must not walk along the corridor when the classes are going on. Must not suggest something that is prohibited. You ought not to tease the animals. This is a duty and it adds to your moral sense. So here this is the difference. According to that, let us do this exercise 18. You ought not to take any medicine without the doctor's advice. You must not keep this library books with you for more than a week. We ought not to leave the car unlocked. You must not go inside without signing the entry register. We ought not throw rubbish in the street. Okay. Now, wish, may. May is normally used to express a wish. May you be happy. May you be blessed with a long life. Now, here exercise 19 is given us for oral practice that we'll do in the live class. Absence of necessity, need not have or didn't need to. So I needn't have brought my umbrella. I have bought my umbrella, but there was no need to bring it. I didn't need to bring my umbrella. I didn't bring my umbrella because I felt that there is no need to bring it, right? So according to that, let us do this. The hotel provides a decent bed, so you needn't have to bring your own bedding. He knew our program was confirmed. I needn't have to remind him. All the lessons were at my tips. I didn't need to revise. These books are available in the library. You didn't need to buy them. Uncle had sent a driver to receive us. We needn't have to look for a cab, right? Now dare. Daren't go into the lion's den. Dare you swim across this flooded river. Dare means not to be afraid to do something. It is mostly used in negative sentences and in questions. So here ends this whole lesson, and obviously the question along with the answers you will get in the study material section. Please do that. And in the live classes we will be definitely practicing the exercises that are kept for oral tests strictly. And by the time you please do read well. Let me know whether you face any problem while reading, and I'll try my best to help you out. And we are done with all the chapters except the future tense that we will do in the next class. Have a happy day. Enjoy your day with your elders, your associates all around you, and take care of yourself. Attend all the classes. Bye bye everybody.